Okay, well, Nick's handed me the steering wheel tonight, so anything could happen. Hang on to your hats, it could be a bumpy ride. But so anyway, I was thinking, because we're coming up with things to work on every week. And someone said to me the other day, we were talking about someone I care about a lot, and he's a very lovely, lovely, wonderful person, and he's kind of suffering. And someone said, well, it's not fair. And we say that all the time, don't we? When someone we love or something happens to us, that we're living our lives trying to do our best and trying to be as kind as we can be, and then something horrible happens, and it feels like it's not fair. And what I said was that life's not fair. And it's kind of a harsh thing to say, but it's the truth, isn't it? And we kind of paint this picture that everything's rosy and everything's okay. But the truth of the matter is, it can be hard, can't it? In fact, to be honest with you, it is kind of hard life. Lots of things happen to all of us. And what I want today is to be able to, and this is my thought when I kind of made the idea for this evening, was that we can, to be able to look at life as it is, appreciate how incredible life is, but also within all of that, still enjoy every moment, or do our best to enjoy every moment. There are going to be times when it's going to feel really hard, isn't it? I mean, all of us, I don't care who you are on this screen, at some point in your life, you've had something hard to deal with, whether it's a loss of someone you care about, whether it's, trying to build a business and failing, or, a relationship, or someone you're madly in love with, and that's come apart. All of us at some point have had those hard moments, but it's about accepting that life is not easy, but also still being able to be grateful, if I'm making any sense here. And that's what I want for everyone tonight to be able to do. We're going to take off those rose tinted glasses because I think we need to. I think we need to. Otherwise, we're going through this half blind. And if we want to make changes in our life, we have to accept what life is. And I honestly believe, and you've seen it and you're doing it because you're here mostly every week. I honestly believe that we have the ability to pretty much create any life we want. We don't have to, we don't have to keep striving to succeed or to earn more money or to have a better body. We don't need to, because I've been saying to you for months now, you're already a whole being. You're already the most incredible creation. I totally believe that. If you did nothing else from where you are now, you're already the most incredible creation and you're already good enough. But to be able to say, okay, well, in this space, whatever's going on around me, these are things that I would like. This is the way I'd like to feel, or this is something I'd like to be free of. And to be able to say, it's not for anyone else. I'm not doing this because I want other people to please other people. To just say, this is going to make me feel better. It's going to make me happier. It's going to make me fitter or healthier or whatever the word might be. And to be able to say, that you have the tools already to do it. So that's what this evening was going to be about and is going to be about. And that doesn't mean looking at all the darkness in our life, because we all have it. And there are obviously things that we could all, I doubt anyone here has not gone through some kind of health thing at some point in your life. And most of us, depending on what age we are, we've got aches and pains. And we, those things we live with all the time. But it's not looking at the darkness. It's accepting that life is not a bed of roses, that we are going to go through some trials, but finding within us the strength to do that. and knowing that we're not the only person experiencing it. Because I think there are times when we're going through something, you've had your heart broken, or, you've failed at something that you've been striving for a long time. It feels at times like it's just me. It's happening to just us, and it doesn't feel fair. But as I said when we started this conversation, I think once we understand that life's not fair, because you know yourself, all of you will know someone who is just the most incredible, kind person who's had something horrible happen to them. And you must have said at the time, that's not fair because she's a lovely girl or he's a really nice man. That's not fair. But life isn't fair. So what I want to do here this evening is to see it as it is, because life, I honestly, you know me in it by now, I love life. I absolutely love it. And that's not to say that things don't happen to me. I don't share everything with you because it's not fair on you. But I have my stuff going on. I have two young sons. I lost my first child at 6 weeks old. I've had all those things happen to me. I've been in love and I've had my heart broken and I've come out of love and all those things that most of us happen to us. But I still love life. I still enjoy life. I still enjoy creating. And I know you do. That's why you're here. That's why you've come into this group, because you want to experience life at its max. And that's what we're going to take you to today, to be able to accept life as it is, with all its pain, but also with all its beauty. Because it is, isn't it? We look around us, and if we take the time out, it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful world. I know this sounds like maybe I don't know what you call it, but for me, being here with you lot, that's a fantastic thing, isn't it? For me, how lucky am I? That's how I see it. How lucky am I to have you lot in my life? So we don't have to. It doesn't have to be. Don't have to have a fortune for me to be happy. In fact, it's not something that I need. But to be able to experience everything that's good about this life, that you've got a child that loves you, or a person that loves you, or a friend that loves you, to celebrate those things, because we kind of take things for granted at times. But that's what I want you to do today. So when we go into hypnosis, is to just think about the things that we can be truly grateful for in every moment. I'm getting old, and there's two ways of looking at that. There's the things that I'm losing because I'm getting older. Or the other side of that is I can look at it as a privilege that millions of people don't get. Probably billions of people do not get, they not have the privilege of getting old. So that's how I look at it. Every day, I love it. I love this life. I try and create something every day. I try and do things that are kind of fun for me, that are kind of mad sometimes. And that's what I'm talking about here this evening. I want you all to just think about the things that you do. I know most of you are therapists of some kind. And every now and again, you need to remember the people you've helped, the people who are living their lives differently because of something you said, or your kindness, or your love, or whatever it might be. Now, how incredible are you that you've just done that? And every now and again, you have to remind yourself of just how incredible you are. And I'm going to remind you, I do it every week. But I'm going to keep reminding you until it becomes part of who you are. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take you into that space. Take those glasses off, those rose tinted glasses off. Take those noise cancelling headphones off, so we can experience life as it is. But also within that, find the joy, find the laughter, find the things that we can enjoy in every moment, no matter what's going on. And know that you are worthy of that experience. And then when you're in that space today, I'm going to take you into that space where you can, and I said it in the post, where you can find the magic within you. It is magical. Hypnosis is magical. So I know a lot of you are using hypnosis. And when you help someone out of pain, whether it's physical or emotional, that's about as miraculous as any human being can do. We do it with our voice, don't we? It's an amazing thing to do. When you help another human being out of the fear they're suffering or the limitations they thought they had, and I know most of you are doing that. But we have to every now and again stop and have a think about that. But know that you are also worthy of dropping those things. And when we're in that space today, I want you to look at anything that doesn't serve you, anything that doesn't serve you in your life, whether it's an irrational fear or a doubt or whatever it might be. And know that you can decide to let it go. I think that changing our lives is much easier than it's made out to be. I truly do. I truly believe it's knowing we can change, knowing we have the ability to change. That's the number one understanding, the number one knowing that we can change, knowing that we have the ability within us to do it, and knowing that we don't have to live a life that doesn't serve us because of whatever that next line is. And then say, no, this doesn't suit me. This is not making me happy. This is not making me as healthy or as well as I can be. And then putting that down. And it's tough at times. It's tough to say, this no longer serves me and I'm not doing it anymore. But I want you to know, at least to know that you are capable of doing that. We don't have to live a life that doesn't serve us. We don't have to live a life that's that doesn't make us happy. We don't have to do it. So that's what I want for you this evening, to take that time out. Because I think that's what hypnosis is. Now, when we're going about our day, we have a thought come in, oh, that's something I'd like to change. And then we've got so much other stuff going on. Before we know it, our mind's on something else. I believe that hypnosis just holds us in that space long enough to focus on what we need to change. Because you have within you, all of you, you have within you all the resources you need. You have all the strength you need. You have all the natural intelligence you need to create the life you want. But you have to say, I want it. And be selfish about it. You know, one of my friends, actually met her in London a couple of weeks back, Elizabeth Sterling. And we first met her in Las Vegas a couple of years ago at the Hypno Thoughts Live. And she put a thing out the other day because she has been living a life that hasn't really served her for a long while. And then she changed, and she's lived a life because of the way she's been brought up in serving people and helping people and thinking that was her role in life, to please others. And she said something the other day, which I thought was really good. She said, whenever she goes to make a decision, she should ask the question, is this for me or is this for others? And I thought that's a great question. Is this for me or is this for others? And it's okay to want to help people. And I know all of you do, and we do. But there is that question when we know that people put on us at times, don't we? Because we don't like to say no. But to be able to say no, and to be able to say, no, I don't want to do that. It's not what I want to do. So that question, and we're going to ask the question when you're in hypnosis tonight. Think about things that you're doing in your life that you're just going through. And when you're going through it, you're probably moaning about it. Like washing up after my sons. That's the thing I moan about. So I think I'm 72. Why am I washing up after these two young men? Is it for me or is it for someone else? No, it's not for me. I don't need to be doing it. So, but if we ask these questions and then say, no, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. No. So, that question, and ask it. You're going to ask it. I know you are, because we've spoken about it. There'll be times during this next few weeks or days when someone's asked you to do something, or you're thinking, I've got to do that. Ask that question. Is this for me or is it for others? And it's okay to say, well, it's for others, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's fine. But at least we should be asking that question. So there's a lot to kind of think about, but you have the capabilities of doing it, especially when you're in hypnosis. Think about the things we can be grateful for, even in this world we live in, with all the stuff that's going on around us. I was watching, it was the news, I believe, and they were looking at one of these refugee camps from one of these wars in the Middle East. And it's pretty horrific, these camps. They haven't got clean water, they haven't got food. And there's a bunch of kids playing football. They don't care. Within all of that stuff that's going on around them, they're playing football. How good would it be for us to be able to, in whatever's going on in our life, to be in that state of be able to say, okay, well, I can still find, I don't even think it was a football. I think it was some can or something they were kicking about. But they found some way of finding that joy. And I think that's what I'm talking about here. Looking for where we can find that joy in our life and know that it's okay to feel it, to take those moments of joy. So that's where we're going. And at some point when we do this, tapping into that magic you have within you. You have incredible powers within you. I know some of you know it. Some of you are healers. I know it, and you know it. And that power comes from living in the moment with an open heart and bringing ourselves back to this moment in time and going, okay, I'm going to do my utmost to enjoy this. That storm blew through the other day. It blew pots over. It blew, stuff off the step outside. Really nice pot I bought, smashed in half. But on the other hand, it blew all my apples off the tree, so I don't have to pick them. So I can focus on the fact I don't have to climb up that tree and pick them apples. So there's always a silver lining to the broken pot. So let's have a think about that this evening. Get into this we're in this together. I hope by now, because a lot of you are here every week, that you understand the power you have within you around with this group, the energy we have. I never used to be a believer in energy. I think it was like, woo-woo. But I know, and between us here, and you're going to feel it tonight, so I'm going to take you into that space of a connection between all of you. We're all here for the same reason. We all, want to help, and we want to feel good about life. And you're going to feel that connection tonight. We now know, don't we, because we've done it enough times over the weeks, that whatever we think we are so much more than that. Beyond our bodies. I might have told you this before, but some years ago, I was working with my son Anthony. We were running a training in Derby. There might have been 15, 20 people on this training. And Anthony does this thing he calls the Kashmir technique. And I've heard him do it, maybe a dozen times, but I couldn't tell you what it is because every time he starts, I just go into another space. I couldn't tell you what words he used or anything. Couldn't tell you what the technique is. And he was working with one of our students, and he was sitting beside me, facing the student who was sitting the other side of him. And I was just sitting there. And as he was talking, I went into this space. But something really strange happened. There was a moment when, and the only way I can describe it, there was like 20, maybe 20 people in the room. And the only way I can describe it is that there was a moment when the essence, you've heard me talk about the essence, that intangible part of our being, kind of separated from me and connected with everyone else in the room. And the only way I can describe it, imagine you've got a room with 20 airtight jars in. And in each of the jars, there's air, but it's separated from the rest of the air by the airtight lid. And imagine, if you can, those lids being removed exactly at the same time, simultaneously. And all the air in the jars just became air. It's inseparable to all the other air in the room. And that's what it felt in this moment for me when I was sitting beside Anthony and listening to what he was talking about. For a moment, there was a moment when there was no separation. There was like 20 bodies, but there was no separation between any of us. We were connected at that essence level. And it was so emotional for me that I started to cry, which was a bit embarrassing in front of 20 students. But I started to sob. And Anthony was facing the other way, so he didn't see me. So one of the students pointed out to him, he said, like, your dad's crying. And he turned, he said, "You all right, Dad?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "But I've just had this moment." And I couldn't explain it to him. I couldn't explain it to anyone at that point in time, because it was just, I couldn't understand it myself. And he said, "Well, that's your glance over the top." I don't really know what he meant, but I kind of get what he means. That there is, beyond our physical bodies, there is more. And so what I'd love for all of you, whether we can do it or not, I don't know, but I'm going to do my utmost to do it. When we take you into that space where you can feel the gratitude for what we are and who we are and everything else, and the things that we have, because it's easy to focus on the things we haven't got. So to focus on the things we have, and then in that space, I'm going to get you to just get into this space with everybody else here. So there is no separation. And I promise you, when you get to that feeling, you'll realize there's the physical, but beyond it. And we've got a group here of incredible people. And when you tap into that combined energy and love and desire to be happy, it's going to take you to a different space. And I promise you, it'll be pretty much beyond anything you've experienced. It's a space where there is no separation. So that's what we're going to do, and get you to understand the magic you have within you, with your words, with your intention, with your expectation for others, so we can let go for a while of all the stuff that's going on. Be in a place of total peace with yourself, with life. Is that all right with you, Diana? You're getting comfortable there. I can see you.
That
Ready
is
to go.
great. Thank you.
Okay, good. Right, okay. Right, are there any questions? I hope I've explained what we're going to do clearly enough. As clear as I can make it anyway. But I just want you to really enjoy this space today. You don't have to think too much. It's not much for you to do. You can listen to me if you want, but I don't mean this rudely. I'm not interested in your conscious mind. Your conscious mind can go to the shops and go to the beach, go anywhere you want. But your unconscious mind will hear everything you've got to say, and it will take from what's needed for you to get into this beautiful space together. Are we all ready? Are there any questions before we go? No? All right, we're going to have that wonderful, do some astroplaning. you haven't done it yet, we're going to do it today. We're going to see, look behind Doreen. You can see Doreen, but she's in the Aurora, whatever it is. We're going to do that. We're going to go out where Chris is, out into outer space, around whatever planet he's sitting on there, and just enjoy ourselves, all right? And while we're there, let's focus on getting our bodies to do any healing that we need to do, so we can all be as good as we can be to enjoy this life to the full. Ready? Okay, good. Get yourself comfortable. If you place your hands separately, if you can, just place your hands and arms separately. I think Sophia's already gone. She's already in that beautiful space. All right, ready? Take a breath in. Hold it for a moment. As you breathe out, allow yourself to go into that space. Remembering those other experiences of hypnosis you've had with me. How it's felt to sit and listen to Nick's voice taking you into those beautiful spaces. And just feel yourself drifting into that space now, deeper, deeper, deeper down. Just dropping down through space and time, as if time and space no longer exist. Every word I say just takes you deeper and deeper. Get a sense of that happening automatically. Imagine there's nothing you can do about that. Less and less aware of yourself as a physical being, but totally aware of yourself as a mind. And that mind begins to drift without boundaries, without borders, without limits. How incredible are you? Because with the eyes closed, it becomes easier to become more and more aware of a variety of things that otherwise may go overlooked or ignored. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, the alteration of awareness as the mind begins that gradual letting go. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take to tell the exact position of arms, hands, fingers, even the effort it takes to be aware of which leg seems to relax more quickly or completely than the other may seem to be too much effort to bother making. As you continue to learn, that's right, even more than before, about your abilities, your capacities to learn as you relax. And the mind begins to drift down toward a place of quietness. A place of peaceful inner awareness and understanding and knowing that you are the most incredible creation, that you are love, that you are loved, and you are loving. A place of peaceful, calm inner awareness, where everything becomes possible, everything becomes doable, where you have access to all your inner powers and magic, because you are magic. Where even the effort it takes to be aware of the sound of my voice, the meaning of my words, may almost seem to be too much effort to bother making. It's so much easier simply to relax, let go, allowing events to occur in your own time, in your own way, are drifting down, deeper, deeper, deeper down. Get a sense of that now. Just dropping down through space and time, unaware of yourself as a physical being, totally aware of yourself as a mind. Just when you think you've reached that ultimate space of bliss, my voice, my words will take you 10 times deeper. Imagine that's happening automatically. There's nothing you can do about that. Every word I say now resonates through your body, into every cell, every fiber, every atom, every neuron of your body and mind. As we drift in that space together, and as you drift even deeper, my voice, my words will drift with you to become a part of your experience now. Every word I say doubles that wonderful feeling. You are love. You are loved. You are loving. How incredible are you? Everything I say now is your reality. Every suggestion I give you, your mind and body will act upon. At a molecular, cellular, neurological level, it's now your reality. Get a sense of that feeling of freedom, an actual physical feeling of freedom and bliss. How incredible is your body? It is the most incredible creation. Just feel into that now. You have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. That unconscious mind, the back of the mind, that intangible part of your being that's monitoring your heartbeat, that beats the heart, that breathes the breath, that runs that automatic healing ability, that scans the environment, keeping you safe, can continue to hear, to understand and respond to those things I might say without the need for you to do anything at all. It's so much easier for the conscious mind simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. That's right. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. To tell the exact position of arms, legs, or the entire body now that seems to drift through time and space. Drifting in a space of total bliss. Nothing else matters. A feeling of freedom, a feeling of peace. Just drifting in that space. Unaware of yourself now as a physical being, but totally aware of yourself as a mind. And that mind is infinite. It's ageless. Has no edge. Get a sense of drifting away from your body and becoming one with everyone on this call. Get a sense of it across the miles, just becoming one. There is no separation. One essence, one spark. Get a sense of it now. The most incredible feeling of connection, a feeling of love, kindness, connection. Feel it now. There is no separation. One being, one essence. Feel into that feeling now. With that understanding, every limitation drops away. And understanding that nothing happens to your body can ever touch you. That you are not your body. And the essence who you are is ageless. Feel that connection now with everyone on this call. People you've spoken to, friends you've made. Feel into it now. And get a sense now of, as a collective, drifting away from this planet. Just drifting out into space. Maybe looking back at this planet we live on. Get a sense of drifting out through those stars. A part of and apart from everything in this cosmos. Feel that expansion. There is no edge. Look back at that planet you live on. How incredibly lucky are we? Now, as we drift through space and time, get a clear understanding of just how incredible life is, with all its pain, with all its loss, with all the doubts and fears. How incredible is life? How lucky are we to have it? Now think about the love you have, and the love you felt, and the people that have loved you, and the people that you love. Think about that. Feel into that feeling of love, because that is everything. Feel your heart expanding. Feel that feeling of love flooding through your body and mind. And notice as your body and mind's flooded with that feeling of love and a feeling of joy, that every doubt, every limitation is gone from your mind and body. Because it cannot coexist in your mind and body with that feeling of love. You are love, you are loved, and you are loving. And the essence of who you are is pure energy, pure intelligence, light and love. That's who you are. Just think about that spark that is your conscious being. That spark that is just pure intelligence. Just think about how incredible that is. To be able to create, to be able to connect, to be able to communicate. That spark is all powerful. It has within it the core of healing. I'd like your unconscious mind to make whatever changes in that body, in that chair, at a molecular, cellular, neurological level that will allow any healing in your body to take place. And you may become aware of certain sensations in your physical body, like a healing golden fluid flooding through every cell, reconnecting, recommunicating. Get a sense of that now, returning your body to full well-being. Imagine that healing's taking place now, and there's nothing you can do about that. Even at first you have to pretend it was something that was said to you, something that was done to you. You really have no choice. Those changes are taking place in your body and mind now. A feeling of peace. Into that space of silence. That connection between everyone in this group. One spark, one essence. There is no separation. Connected in love, energy and light. Feel into it now. Think about the things that we can be grateful for being in this group, for knowing one another, for the life that we have. Feel a cool breeze on your face, or the rain on your face, or the sun on your face. To enjoy the sunrise and the sunset. Smile of a friend, smile of a lover. The pleasure we can have, the pleasure we can give. How incredible are you? This new understanding, this knowing will stay with you. And you'll see life differently. You'll experience life differently. A calm, inner confidence in knowing you're already a whole being. You're already the most incredible creation. Get a sense of that now. And feel that collective energy flooding through your body and mind. Knowing the magic you have within you. And knowing all we have to do to access that magic is to relax and let go of everything that doesn't serve you. To know it's okay to ask the question, is this for me or is it for others? Does this serve me or not? And know it's okay to want to be happy, to look after your body, to appreciate your body, your physical body, even knowing that it's not you. To love that body, to be kind to that body. Make that decision now. To feed it with the best food you can. Hydrate that body. Because it is the most incredible creation. And as you drift in that space, free of all earthly ties, with that new understanding, that feeling of connection now, the most beautiful experience of connection between all of us. There is no separation. There are no miles. There are no bodies. There is just that connection. Part of and apart from everything in this cosmos. Go over with your unconscious often as you need to. And when you know the magic you have within you, when you feel that healing flooding through your body and mind, like a golden fluid flooding through every cell, every fibre, lighting you up, lifting you up. So in a moment I'm going to count to 10. And this new understanding, this calm inner peace, this new understanding of just how incredible you are is going to stay with you. And it will be unshakable. you'll know. On 8, your eyes will open. You will feel incredible, because you are incredible. And on 10, this feeling of peace, this feeling of connection, this feeling of being one with everything is going to stay with you as you continue to create the life you absolutely want by helping others create the life they want. You are loved, and you are loving. 1, feeling absolutely wonderful. 2, hold this feeling of communication and connection. 3, freedom from everything that no longer serves you. 4, feel the force of that love and energy and light flooding through your body and mind. 5, feel incredibly alive. 6, 7, 8, eyes opening, feeling absolutely wonderful. 9, 10. Hope you enjoyed the experience. It was a toss-up between who came back last then, Nick or Diana. I thought you were gonna win that time, Diana, but it was a close call. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. You know, I understand. You are. You know, I'll just hope you can see and believe about yourselves what I believe about you. You know, I truly do. I know how incredible you are. And I hope you can feel it. And in fact, as you're still in a light trance and nice suggestions are still affecting you, from today, if ever you doubt yourself in any way, it will be as if I'm standing right beside you with my arm around your shoulder. You will feel my energy, you'll feel my strength, and you'll hear my voice in your mind saying these words: you are incredible. You are magic. And you know that I believe it, you know it's true. And every doubt will be gone from your mind. Well, thanks for coming up to this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any suggestions for what you'd like to do or work next week, you know, write them on a postcard, send them to Nick. No, I don't even know his address, but just let us know in any way you can. And if I can, you know, I'm going to be working with you for next week as well. I think the time's changed in different places as well, so just be aware of that. There's all kinds of changes going on this weekend.
So if you're in the US, we will be an hour later. I'll send out an email, but it's just 1 week this time. You in England jump ahead, or you fall back, I guess, right? You fall back.
Yeah.
The 27th, and we're November 3rd. So next Thursday will be the only one, I think, in the US that will have an hour difference. So I'll send an email out.
Okay. We'll catch up in the cosmos anyway at some point, whatever the time is. There's no time between us lot. We're all living in the same time. Right. So yes. So any ideas, let me know. Anything particularly you want to work on. Otherwise, we'll just go astroplaning every week for an hour. And maybe one day we'll just disappear. I say there was a group session somewhere and they can't find anyone that was on it. And we'll just be astroplaning through the cosmos together. Yeah. As you probably know, I've gone completely nuts. Yes, Linda.
I feel as though that's what we were just doing, Freddie.
Well, we were. That's
Yeah,
what we were.
absolutely. I have to say, it was incredible For me, it was
Good.
anyway. It was absolutely incredible. And the connection,
Yeah.
just the energy,
How lucky are we?
amazing.
How
Yeah.
lucky we are to have that. You know, I'd love to think that at some point, I don't know when it will be, that we'll actually all meet in person somewhere. That would be such a good night out, wouldn't it? It'd be
Yeah.
pretty incredible. So you know, keep on, you know, I'll keep dreaming, and maybe one day we have all met. To be honest with you, we've met a moment ago in the cosmos. We were all connected. We left our bodies behind for a while, but we all connected, and it was a pretty beautiful experience. So, yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Linda. And it's good to see
Brilliant.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Well, until next time, unless there's any questions, thanks, Sandra. Lovely to see you. Good to see you, Sarah. Thanks.